We want to thank you for tuning in to our Retirement Education Center YouTube channel, where on this channel, we believe in providing you unbiased advice that would help you maximize all of your retirement income. Now, on our channel, we do not believe in providing you any type of silver bullet strategy, and we certainly do not glorify any type of one product. But what we do believe in are holistic concepts that would help you retire with confidence. The question that we're going to be asking today is, what is the best retirement plan for you? Now, there are a variety of situations in which you may have to choose a retirement plan without any choice on your own. But if you have a proper strategy in place, you can choose a retirement plan that can still enhance what you can do for your retirement goals. And so we are going to be talking about what plans are best for you, so you're definitely going to want to stay locked in today. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And we want to thank you for tuning in to our Retirement Education Concepts videos. These videos were created to help to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Absolutely, Andrew, because with so many retirement concepts out there, so many retirement strategies, and of course, so many retirement products, it can become very difficult for consumers to digest it all. That is why we're so fortunate that we're able to work with a team of expert advisors to help us build a financial roadmap that will let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goals.
For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Carson, there's so many different retirement plans that people can choose from. Does it make a big difference on what they choose as long as they're saving?
Andrew, in the larger scheme of it all, it really doesn't matter what they choose as long as they are saving. And sometimes it depends on location as well. Because if you work for a private company, you're going to probably be subjected to actually putting your money inside of a 401k. And if you have a government job, then you're probably going to have the options of putting your money into either a 403b, maybe a 457b, or a thrift savings plan. But besides that, people still have desires to actually save outside of their retirement plans because they have other retirement goals that they're trying to achieve. And so, Andrew, that's what we're going to be covering today in our lesson. Which retirement plan is going to be best suited for you? But before we get into that, there are always two rules that we like to give you. And Andrew, what are those two rules?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
So let's go ahead and jump into our lesson today so we can help you understand what is the best retirement plan for you to choose.
Well, Carson, what is the best plan when working for an employer?
Well, Andrew, like I mentioned, that absolutely could depend, as far as what plan is best for someone. But I will say this, according to a recent study that was done, employees rank a 401k or other retirement plan that their company is offering as the most important benefit right after health and dental insurance. So obviously people know how important it is, Andrew, to actually save inside of their company's plan. And one of the things that's really important about this, Andrew, if your company does not automatically opt you into the plan, you should certainly opt in, because it's going to give you a jump on your retirement savings, because typically most employers are going to be matching you in some form or fashion. So it's literally free money that you will be provided by, participating in your company's plan. Now, with that being said, Andrew, what I want to do is basically, bring our attention to the screen, because I have a chart on the screen that's going to help us teach today's lesson and break down each of these types of plans that you may find yourself participating in. So if you're taking a look at the screen here, we're going to look at the plan type. We're going to look at, who is best for, and we're going to also look at the key advantages of each plan. So the first plan that I'm going to point out is a traditional 401k. We're all familiar with this type of plan. You can also have a traditional Roth 401k as well, in which you're putting in after-tax dollars. But as we're talking about a traditional 401k, this is going to be for a for-profit company. So this is going to be typically a private company. With a 401k, the key advantages to it is that, one, contributions are going to go in pre-tax, so you're going to get a tax break on your income. Another key advantage is that your earnings are going to grow tax deferred as well. Obviously, when you take those earnings out, those dollars are going to be taxed at your ordinary income tax bracket at the time. So it's going to be taxable coming out in the back end. Another important factor is that many, as I pointed out, many employers will match your contributions. So let's just say, for instance, you're putting in 5%, and they're going to match you up to 5% of your salary. Well, obviously, you've just made 100% of your money just like that. So you're putting in 10% per year because of that employer's match on your dollar. So it's so critical that people take advantage of that situation. Another major advantage to a 401k, Andrew, is that you can put in a lot of money for your retirement savings. If you're trying to catch up, you can put up to $20,500 into that 401k, or 100% of your compensation, whichever is less. So if you only made $20,000, that's all you can put into that 401k. But with that being said, if you're 50 and older, you can also contribute another $6,500 as a catch-up clause. Okay, so major advantages to actually having a traditional 401k. And also, if they offer a traditional Roth 401k, you want to take advantage of that as well. Now let's move down to a 403b. Now, a 403b is going to be for employees, Andrew, who actually work for a non-profit organization, something like the schools or churches. That's going to typically have people contribute to a 403b. Now, what are the key advantages here? Contributions are still made with pre-tax dollars. Your earnings are still going to grow tax deferred, so they come out taxable on the back end. Employers can still make contributions in these 403bs, so they can match your contributions as well. And just like the 401k, in a 403b, you can put in up to $20,500 per year, or 100% of your salary, whichever is less. The same as a traditional 401k. And if you are 50 and older, they have a situation with a 403b that's usually kind of unique. If you've actually worked for your employer for at least 15 years, you can contribute an additional $3,000 per year for a lifetime maximum of up to $15,000. That's for the 403b only. That's the only contribution that's like that. It's set up in a 403b. Last, of course, if you're looking at your employer and you work for a local government, or you work for a state government or a federal government, you're probably going to be contributing to a 457b or thrift savings plan. Now, with these plans, they're very similar in nature. Contributions are going to go in pre-tax. You're also going to obviously grow those dollars tax deferred. And you can see that you can still put in the same maximum limits, $20,500 inside of that 457 or thrift savings plan, or obviously 100% of your salary, whichever is less. And when you're 50 and over, you still will have a catch-up contribution clause of $6,500. So these are the plans that's going to be suitable for you. Like I said, location. Depending on where you're working, you're going to be subjected to actually being able to save in one of these types of plans.
Well, Carson, not everyone has access to an employer-sponsored retirement plan, so what would you have them to pursue?
Yeah, and Andrew, I'm just going to say this. Even if you have an employer-sponsored plan, some people really want to save outside of their employer-sponsored plan as well. So they want to have variety. And so when you're looking for variety, sometimes, Andrew, a 401k just does not offer the type of diversity that some clients are looking for that they can actually receive outside of that 401k. So a lot of times, Andrew, what we encourage our clients to do is really save up to the match that your employer is offering, and then take your savings elsewhere so you can get variety, so you can get more diversity on those assets that you're trying to save for retirement. So again, Andrew, I want to direct our attention to the screen so we can break down the type of retirement plans that may be suitable for someone who wants to save outside of their employer, or if they don't actually have an employer plan to save in whatsoever. So again, in this particular situation, what we're going to talk about are the plans that you can look at, and we're going to then talk about who is it going to be best for. So which plans are going to be best for, and how do you become eligible for these plans, and the key advantages. So let's look at a traditional IRA. So when you're looking at a traditional IRA, you can see this is going to be for people who want to save on their own and want to supplement their retirement savings. Or if you want to have more options provided to you than what your employer plan is going to be providing. Now, when it comes to a traditional IRA, Any individual with earned income can actually contribute to a traditional IRA. There are no stipulations there. Any individual with earned taxable income can actually contribute to a traditional IRA. Now, what are some of the advantages here? Your dollars are going to go in pre-tax. So you're going to have depending on your situation, not every situation allows you to deduct your traditional IRA contributions. There are limits depending on how your situation may be. But in a typical advantage of doing this is that you can, if you don't have an employer-sponsored plan, you can actually have those tax deductions from that traditional IRA. Also, your earnings are going to grow tax deferred. They're going to go unfeathered until you reach the age of 72, okay? You won't have to touch any of those earnings until you reach the age of 72, which is when you have to actually take your required minimum distributions. Now, with a traditional IRA, in 2022, now this is, of course, is subject to change, but in 2022, you can put up to $6,000 a year or $7,000 a year if you're actually 50 and older. So let's move down to the opposite of a traditional IRA, and that's a Roth IRA, okay? Now, if you're looking to have now more tax diversity, a Roth IRA is going to be very suitable for you, because when you put money into a Roth, you're going to be able to take those withdrawals in retirement tax-free. So that's a very good benefit for doing a Roth IRA. But you do have to qualify for a Roth IRA. Not everybody can contribute to a Roth IRA outright. If you make over $144,000 a year, as you can see on the screen, as a single person, you can no longer contribute to a Roth IRA. If you make over $214,000 a year as a joint couple, you also cannot contribute to a Roth IRA. Now, what you can do is fund a traditional IRA and then literally convert that to a Roth IRA. Pay the taxes now and convert that to a Roth IRA so you can have tax freedom later. So now let's talk about some of the key advantages of a Roth IRA. One, we've already pointed out, is that you are going to be able to have those earnings grow tax-free and be able to take those earnings out tax-free as well. You can also, at any given time, without penalty, even before the age of 59 and a half, you can take your contributions out of a Roth IRA. So if you put in $3,000 in your Roth and you need to take those $3,000 out and you're age 49, you can do so without any type of penalty or taxation on those dollars, because those are after-tax funds. Keep that in mind. Another thing to take note of is that the same amount of contribution limits apply to a Roth IRA as they do for a traditional IRA. You can put in $6,000 a year if you're under the age of 50, and if you're 50 and older, you can put in $7,000 per year. Now, another IRA that most people may not actually be aware of is that you can do a spousal IRA. Yes, you can do an IRA for your spouse if that spouse is not working. Okay, that spouse is not working, you can contribute to them. Now, in order to be eligible for this, of course, at least one spouse has to have working income in order to contribute for the non-working spouse. Now, the key advantage to this type of IRA works just like a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. The non-working spouse can actually save for retirement. So you can put $6,000 into your IRA, and you can also put $6,000 into your spouse's IRA as well. So it's a great way to help, continue to accumulate resources equally within the household. Now, the last type of retirement vehicle that you can actually do as an individual is a fixed annuity. Now, fixed annuities are very unique for the person who's trying to supplement their retirement income. If you're trying to do that, a fixed annuity is going to be your best friend, because obviously income from a fixed annuity can never run out. So how do you qualify to actually contribute to a fixed annuity? Well, it's open to everybody. Everybody can actually contribute to a fixed annuity. And one of the key advantages is that there are no IRS contribution limits, and the IRS at your age 72 does not come in and tell you to take dollars out of that fixed annuity. The same goes for a Roth IRA, by the way. There are no required minimum distributions on a Roth IRA. So those are two key advantages of a Roth and a fixed annuity. And of course, as I mentioned, you can put as much as you want into a fixed annuity, and that money will continue to grow tax deferred as well. So these are some key things and key retirement plans that an individual who's looking to save outside of their employer-sponsored plan should absolutely consider for themselves.
Carson, that was a wealth of information about retirement plans, so thank you for your insight on that topic, and thank you for watching. And if you felt this information was beneficial for you, please like this video and share with others.
So I really do hope that the information that we share with you today will give you some better insight on which retirement plan is going to be best for you. Please understand that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for a fiduciary financial advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly encourage you to utilize the links in the description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.
For more information on this topic or any of the other topics that we've shared in our other videos, please feel free to reach out to our office or leave any questions or comments in the section below. After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.